Oh, folks. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's see. We had Tiger, Musky, and M stopped in to say hello. Waiting. John is here. We got Charlie from Ugly Dog Lures is here. $8.60 crappie. Matt from Daddy Duck 365 is in the house. Welcome in, welcome in. Greg from Geo Outdoors. Welcome on in. It's Wednesday night. I hope you all are doing good. Followers, supporters, friends. And yes, if you saw on the thumbnail for tonight's chat, I am going to have a little bit of a show and tell. I did decide to meet up with a buddy and go to the Ohio Musky show. Sat in on 2 seminars. One was fantastic. The other one was, I'll call it good. And then I got a bunch of lures, a couple that I don't know. The one vendor, the one custom lure builder that I was really hoping would be there was Zach Baker, Baker Shad Lures. He wasn't going to go, but he posted on his Facebook page, I believe, early Friday morning that one of the vendors that was going to be there, Steve Gold, is a good friend, and he has Trophy Time Leaders and Lures. So Zach sent some of his lures with Steve to show at his booth. So I was hoping he'd still have some when I got there Saturday morning, and he did not. He was sold out. So I bought a couple of Steve's lures thinking that they were the same. They looked very, 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 very similar. I thought they'll work just fine. And then I inspected them a little closer when I got home, and I don't know. I think one has a chance it might run, and I'm pretty sure the other one won't run. I wish I'd have looked at it closer, but it is what it is. So I got some good stuff there. We'll get into some of that. I'll show you what I got. 3 a.m. Holy moly. Tiger Musky NM, welcome in, welcome in. Engine grease. Eesh. So I'm going to show off some of those things. Also, just a little bit of administrative. The scroll down here, I did update the scroll. We're now showing channels that have not made it to the 1,000 threshold, and they are trying to get there. And first on the list is Small Water Charters, John and Lindia. Most of the folks that are in my community probably have them, but if you don't have Small Water Charters, please go check out their channel, watch their videos, leave a comment making fun of them. They like that. Definitely support those folks. They're amazing folks. And John and Lindia, they were good enough to send me a care package of the Bruiser baits that sponsor them. And I'm gonna include that in my show and tell. I'll probably dig those things out first. But yeah, I was kind of excited to see that package came today. So again, big shout out to Small Water Charters, John and Lindia. Super stoked that they sent me some sample baits. A couple of them look super awesome. I can't wait to get them wet. I think they're gonna catch some Ohio fish. Scott Swift in the house. Welcome in. 2 thumbs up. All that fun stuff. Oh. I'm still fighting a cold, but I'll get there. So hope you all are doing well tonight. It's Wednesday night. It's January the 26th. It's kind of the heart of winter. I think I seen a post or two or chit chat in live stream last Friday about ice fishing in Florida. That's a new one on me. I got to tell you, ice fishing in Florida. That's crazy talk. It's cold here. In Ohio. This morning the wind chill was -8, I think, here in Johnstown. Really, really cold, and it wasn't super windy. It's just cold. I think our actual temperature was 1 degree, like 1. That's it. And it was like a 5 or 6 mile per hour breeze, so that made it -8 wind chill. That was I don't know, 6 o'clock in the morning, 6:30 in the morning. Yeah, thanks, Scott. That's 32 inches and 13 odd pounds. I did not have a digital scale when I caught this fish. What I did, I had a house scale. So I measured myself 3 different times and I got a consistent mark. And then I weighed myself holding the fish 3 different times and I got a consistent mark. And that was consistently 13 pounds heavier holding the fish. So it's 13 something. I don't know if it was 13 on the dot or 13.9 or it's 13 something, but yeah, 32 inches and 13 pounds. That's a Lake Erie fish from 1999. Oh, okay. Yeah. Parabellum. I'll put that up on Monday. Hey, Greg, it's all right. I appreciate you stopping in. Really appreciate that. I believe small water is a moderator. I was going to put that up on the board. There you go. I don't know if Off the Hook is going to pop in. He's a moderator, and Cecilia's a moderator. I can't remember if Tina Ladybug's a moderator or not. But anyway, let's get into some lures, shall we? They did send along with the lure packet a couple of really nice decals. Got the small water Chartreuse decal. That's nice. That's a lot bigger than the ones I did. The ones I did some and they were only like 1 inch by 1 inch, and they're really, really small. Those are nice. And then I got a Bruiser baits decal. Check that out. Set those over there, and we'll get into the package here. Here we have a couple of the slimmer swimmers, kind of a shad pattern, and then a good kind of I don't know if that's showing up on the camera, a green pumpkin chartreuse. Those are going to work great. I'm telling you. And then we've got some. These are like a fluke, just kind of a white or a pearl fluke. One of them is already pre-rigged. I like that. He's rigging them up for me. That's customer service right there for you. I missed somebody popping in. Bugley's keeping it real. Welcome in, welcome in. What else do we got? We got some super swimmers. I really like these. These are the ones that I think a musky might grab these in the springtime, cold water. I don't know if those are showing up. We got one that's kind of a pearl belly chartreuse. We got a green pumpkin in there, and I think there's kind of an Arkansas shiner color. I don't know if you're seeing that. Those are great. I'm excited to fish with those for sure. And then we've got look like more flukes. fluke style soft plastics, an Arkansas shiner, and then kind of a green pumpkin gold fleck. And then we got the big boy, the Gigantor. And this is a kind of a green pumpkin, and it's got to be 8 inches long. So that'll definitely work for Musky. I'm probably going to, I've got some really big, I think 7/0 offset worm hook to throw in the nose of that and just fish it weightless. So that was everything that John and Linda had included in the care package that they sent to me to kind of introduce me to the Bruiser baits. I'm excited to check those out, get them in the water. And I know that some of those baits are going to catch fish. I know they are. A jerk sponsored by Bait Shirts. That's fantastic. I missed a few people I got to get to. Mark J. Larson in the house. Joyce Stewart. Welcome in. Welcome in. Raven Cat Cecilia. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome on in. Joyce Stewart. Good to have you. Welcome in. Welcome in. It is Wednesday night. And I am super, super grateful to John and Linda for sharing those baits with me. I'm excited to fish with those. I think those are going to do great for the bass up here. And then I'll probably catch bass, saugeye, and possibly muskie. The Gigantor. I can't wait to get that in the water. Oops. Hey, that's good to hear, Charlie. We want to hear good news that she's on the mend and all that good stuff. Or I saw a guy. Yeah, Scott, they would probably work for pike too. We don't have a lot of pike in our waters. We've got one river that is loaded with pike, and then you got to go north. You got to get up into Lake Erie or its tributaries to find any pike. I mean, we've got the Scioto, and then we've got to the southwest, we've got the Great Miami River has some northern pike in it. In central Ohio, the only population is in the Scioto River, and they're pretty far and few. They're pretty few and far between. They are not found in abundant numbers. But up at Lake Erie, East Harbor, West Branch has some. I do usually fish West Branch at least once every year. So I don't know. I'm not sure I'd have too many opportunities or occasions where I'd put those specific baits in front of a pike, but you never know. I think they'll definitely catch bass, saugeye, and maybe a muskie. And if I fish those baits, I promise you I'll have an action camera or something going for sure to capture that. Now, I was hoping the Beast or Off the Hook or some of my muskie fans would pop on in, but let's get into some of the baits and stuff that I got from the Ohio Muskie Show. I mentioned Baker baits, Baker Shad. They weren't going to be there, and I didn't get to buy any of those. They weren't there. This does not look. I don't think we want to have this. Yeah, we're not going to go down that road. Nope. I think that's the first time I've ever had to actually moderate or take action against someone in my chat. That just didn't look very appropriate at all. So, I mean, as most of you know, my preferred method of fishing for muskies is trolling, and that's just because it's where I've had the most success. And so that's usually trolling crankbaits, deep diving crankbaits. And I really prefer a wood bait that doesn't have any rattles. I did get one. It's a wood bait. It has a rattle, but mostly I like to run wood baits that don't have any rattles. So the next best thing, yeah, that's what I thought. We just we're back again. I thought I shut that down. Anyway, if this comes back in another iteration, if a moderator could nip that in the butt. Okay, I think it's I can't make that go away, but anyway. The next best thing was Boss Shad, and unfortunately Boss Shad was not gonna go to the Ohio Musky show either. But he sent some baits with a friend at Stealth Tackle. And when I got to the Stealth Tackle booth, he still had several Boss Shad baits left. So I got this. It's kind of a hot orange shad pattern. I don't know why I left them in the package, but I guess I can pop those out. Probably because of the super sharp hooks. But yeah, that looks a lot better. That's kind of a hot orange shad. It's got a little bit of a gold to the side of it and a white belly. That's his smallest version, and he calls that the Crime Boss. I don't know if he's a cop or whatever, but and then the next one, this is the next size up. It's a 4.5-inch bait, and you, Charlie, and you, some of you folks will recognize that pattern. That's a fire tiger, which is a pretty common pattern on crankbaits. It doesn't matter if it's bass size crankbaits or walleye or musky. Most people know that as a fire tiger. And then this is his 4.5-inch Boss Shad. Get a good look at that lip. Maybe if I can find the camera. Nice thick Lexan bait, a lip, rounded lip, and it's got the wire that goes through the lip like that. Those are just fantastic baits. And then what should we cover next? I'll save the soft plastic. These are the ones that I thought were bakers, but they're not bakers. We've got kind of a hot orange. You know me, I like bright baits, and as I told my buddy Zach that went with me, not Zach Baker, obviously, a different Zach. But oh Jesus, is this gonna keep happening? Because I am trying to do stuff. So that's a hot orange. This is a little bit smaller size. And this one, looking it over, the symmetry, I think this one is going to work. You know, as far as I don't know if I can get that to, I really can't get the camera to pick that up. Anyway. And then this bigger one, a little bit bigger size, I have my doubts on if this is going to run because the lip here, it seems a little bit canted, and I don't think I can get the camera to pick that up. But it's when I look down the bait, it definitely looks. See if I hold that perfectly level, and then if you look at the rest of the bait. Again, the camera is probably not doing that justice, but I don't think he got the angle on the lip right. But anyway. Hey, we got Monica Tiamoni Arts is in the house. Monica, and thanks for stopping in. Great to have you. Oh. No, I hit block on those guys, John. When I see something that just looks super scary, I just hit block. I don't put them in a timeout or anything. I mean, those are the only two options that I saw is put them in a timeout or block. So I just clicked block because I don't need that in here. I've never had that before, so that's kind of crazy. And then here's another trolling bait, crankbait that I got. This is a slammer 4-inch shad. And this one, I am going to do this without putting a hook in my hand, but if you can hear that, it's got a rattle to it. And it also, a little bit different from the other baits, it has a weight where the wire line tie is. It's not a super substantial weight, but it's a little bit of a lead weight right there. So again, a bright color pattern. It's got a little bit of a subtle darkness to it. The head is a darker color, and the back is a little bit darker. But I definitely like my lures to have a little bit of pop to them. And then I did buy some swim baits. These are 6-inch shaker paddle tail shads by Lunker City. That's kind of an Arkansas shiner color. If you see those have got that big paddle tail. I'm not going to take those out of the packaging, but those are these were probably the most affordable thing that I bought at the show. Yeah, it's just got a single rattle in it. And sometimes they have a small rattle. This one's got a big rattle. It's kind of got a thump, 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 not a chick, 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 chick. You know, like a rattle trap's got that. This one's just got kind of a thump, 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 thump. Cranking and yanking. Welcome in, welcome in. Come on in. It's Wednesday night. We're talking baits. John and Lindia from Smallwater Charter sent me a nice little package of baits, Bruiser baits, to fish in Ohio and try to get them some exposure around this area. We'll see how they do. I'm confident they'll catch a bass and saugeye, and we'll see if I can get a big old musky on them too. And then here's a decal from Trophy Time Leaders and Lures. They're not well known for Steve is well known for his leaders. Now for trolling leaders, I make my own now. I don't really need any casting lures just because I've got plenty of them, but you know. Feel like I missed some excitement, but anywho. The last lure I got, this is what's called a Bondi bait. It is a big hunk of soft plastic with two big 2-aught treble hooks hanging off the bottom of it. And it weighs 5.4 ounces. So this is designed for vertical jigging, which I haven't done a lot of with musky fishing, and I want to get more into that. Hey, off the res catfish hunter, welcome in, welcome in. It's great to have you. It is great to have you. So these Bondi baits, they literally straight down vertical jig these. And I haven't not done a lot of that with muskies, but I watched the seminar by Chase Gibson. Sunfish King is in the house. Welcome in, welcome in. It's great to have you. Oh, you're working on that? That's cool. That's cool. So I sat in on Chase Gibson's seminar. He is a guide in West Virginia, and he mostly fishes Stonewall Jackson Lake there in West Virginia. And his in his seminar, he talked a lot about fishing the big soft plastic baits, the bulldogs, the L tails, and then these bondies, where when he sees those fish are a little bit deeper, down to 12, 14, 16 feet, he'll go with these jigging baits. And you don't have to go all the way down to 16 feet. If the fish are holding in 16 feet, you can jig these vertically at about 10 to 12, and they'll come up and smash them. So yeah, and I mean chartreuse or orange or both. That's kind of my flavor of musky fishing. Here in Ohio, most of our at least central Ohio lakes are more stained, visibility of about 1 to 2 feet. So those brighter colors, they really stand out. And then there's one last thing I got, and that is some little peg weights, and these are 1.5 ounces. The idea is we put these on the front of the front hook of a bulldog, and I don't know if you guys have seen a bulldog. It's a big hunk of rubber with like a curly tail, swirl tail type of thing. But those you kind of they're kind of a gliding jig. You know, you jerk it and it pops up and it glides down slowly, and you do that again. It's kind of a pop and glide type of a bait. And the idea is you put these weights on that front hook, you peg them on that front hook, and you can really rip it and get it popping a lot faster. It'll sink a little bit faster, and a little bit more pronounced vertical jig. So I'm excited to try those. I'm excited to try the bonded bait, get into a little bit more vertical jigging. We'll see how the crankbaits work. I think 3 of them are going to be home runs. One of them is going to be we'll see how it goes. And then the one I'm pretty sure it's not going to run. It wouldn't be the first time I bought a crankbait that didn't run. I bought 2 in 2020 and they don't run. I mean, they run at slow speeds, but crank it up to 3.6, 3.7, and they blow out of the water. We got Tina Ladybug is in the house. Welcome in. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well this evening. We got Living MN Outdoors popping in. Daniel and Rachel. Hello, hello, hello. I was talking earlier about it being cold here. I bet your wind chills are probably 20 or 30 below, huh? Up north there in Minnesota. Yeah, with the ice fishing reports, you guys are killing it. We got Frontier Survival. Heath, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, I hope everyone's staying warm because I think it's pretty cold throughout much of the country. Unpaved Explorer is in the house. Well, John, welcome in. Welcome in. There it is. Boy, they had it was it was a negative 28 degrees this morning up in Minnesota. It was minus 13 wind chill here this morning. So that's pretty doggone cold in Ohio. But, it's January the 26th. We're right in the heart of the winter. It's supposed to be the coldest time of the year right now. I think looking at the extended forecast for here, we're not gonna have a big warm up anytime soon. It's supposed to stay pretty cold for the next 6, 8, 9 days. So probably get a little bit more snow. My dog absolutely loves the snow. I mean, she's got kind of a sparse coat of fur. She doesn't look like she was made for the snow, but she absolutely loves it. She just absolutely loves it. All right, Sunfish King. Thanks for popping in. Eel pout fishing. Wow. I don't know if I've ever even seen an eel pout. I know you guys have got burbot up there. I've never caught one of them, but at least I've seen a couple videos where a burbot was caught. I don't even know what an eel pout is. Yeah, everybody give a big 2 thumbs up in the chat. 2 thumbs. Find your little thumb emoticon. 2 thumbs up for Mark J. Larson. He's killing it with the Coyotes. The last video I saw, I think, was uploaded today, and it showed a mark of 25. So that's tremendous, man. 2 thumbs up for Mark J. Larson. Everybody in the chat, find your thumb emoticon. Get your 2 thumbs going for Mark J. Larson, the Coyote King, man. He is having an awesome season, man. Oh, it's the same thing. Well, don't I feel like a knucklehead? Eel pout is a burbot. Okay. Is it a regional thing by what they're called? Do Canadians call them something burbot and Americans call them eel pout? Or is it just 2 different names? Everybody uses them both interchangeably. That's like what's the weird fish we have here that doesn't have a spine? It's they call it a dogfish is the generic name, but it's actually called a I'm never gonna think of the name of it now. We've got a little bit of snow, maybe 3 inches of snow on the ground. That's not helping me at all. I forget what they're called. Hey, Fishing Local 336. Welcome in. Bowfin, that's right. I keep having brain farts and Daniel's shooting me straight. Daniel, we should have you come up and co-host so you can answer my questions about whatever thing is. Oh. Coughing fit. I do. I have stickers. They're really small. Hang tight. If I can find her comment now, since she had asked. Yeah, I do, and I feel a little silly. I feel like I goofed. I ordered some small ones. They're only 1 inch by 1 inch, so they're really not much of a decal. They're just kind of a small little sticker. But I eventually am going to order some. They're more of a decal, more of like a 3x3 or a 4x4. And then I might do some giveaways with those. If anybody wanted a couple of those small ones, I'd be happy to mail them off. Just send me an email or a message on Instagram. Both of those are in my about section. So. Yeah, you're welcome, Mark, man. You're having a killer season. Yeah, if you guys send me an email with where to send it, I'm happy to mail those off. I'll probably include 2 of them because they're like a 1 inch by 1 inch. They're pretty small. But I'd say probably April. I'll order some a little bit larger size decals. Sure. Just if anyone that wants one, if they fire me an email, so I know where to send it, I will mail those off. Absolutely. Yeah, you bet, Charlie. You bet. Just tell me where to send one, and I'll send them. I've got plenty. I think that's just a half sheet right there, and I've got another full sheet. So, Boss Bassin, welcome in. Good to have you. I hope you're doing well. Howdy. God, my neighbor's dogs are having a conniption out there. I don't know what that's about. It's probably somebody out front. I don't know. Send me an email and I'll see if it's not going to cost me an arm and a leg. I'll fire one up there. Sure, why not? MB Heritage Farms is in the house. Welcome in. Hope you guys are doing well. Good to pop into your live the other day. Say hello to you folks. I am a 49ers. I'm a closet 49ers fan. I don't know that I'm really a 49ers fan. On my fantasy football team, though, I had a couple players. I had Eli Mitchell and I had Fred Warner because we do individual defensive players, and I got second place in my fantasy football league. So I kind of like the 49ers, and I like her coach, man. Shanahan's a good coach. Yeah, that's great, Tina. Absolutely. I'll get one sent off to you down there. I think it's Texas, right? Keep it in the closet. Well, what about your Vikings, man? What did your Vikings do? Nothing. If you go across the border and root for the Packers, they didn't do nothing. Who are you excited about? Who's even in it? It's the 49ers and the Rams. You're not a Rams fan. And then it's the Bengals and the Chiefs. And I'm an Ohio guy. I'm a Browns fan, but since they're out of it, sure, why not? Go Bengals. Joe Burrow's an Ohio guy. He's a baller. I love that they're having a good run, but I'm pretty sure their run will come to an end this weekend. I don't think they have the horses to hang with the Chiefs. It ain't gonna happen. Chris Jones and Frank Clark are gonna be living in that backfield with Joe Burrow. Did you guys drop your coach? Is Zimmer Gonzo? I thought I heard that. Charlie is pulling for the cheese. Yeah, I'm going to root for the Bengals. I mean, Burrow is a born and raised Ohio kid, so go Bengals. But I don't think they're going very far because they don't have an offensive line at all. And when you get against good teams, great teams, that's gonna catch up with you. That'll only get you so far. The Rams have have a lot of talent. I don't. If the 49ers were fully healthy, I would like their chances. If the 49ers were fully healthy, I would like their chances. But they're not. They're banged up bad. I think Deebo Samuel got hurt. Fred Warner's been limping around on a bum ankle. Bosa keeps getting hurt. I mean, they're not healthy. They're not healthy. And Garoppolo is Garoppolo. He's not terrible, but he's not great. And when you get to the championship level football, man, that's tough to win with a guy that's not terrible. So anyway, we'll see. We'll see. It's probably going to come down to the Rams and the Chiefs. That's right, Monica. Any given Sunday, the 49ers just might do it. They just might. The Bengals, they just might do it. Joe Burrow and company. That Burrow's a baller, though, man. I love his moxie, man. He said, hey, we're not the underdogs. Why not us? We got a good ball club. We can hang with anybody. So, did they beat them twice? Again, if they were fully healthy, I'd be a lot more confident in their chances. But you never know. The Rams kind of look like they got their defense figured out, though, and their offense is still pretty good. So, After 5 Outdoors is in the house. We got Cody popping in. I hope you're doing well this Wednesday night. A little chilly up there in Minnesota. Daniel gave us the rundown. I'm not fishing. I've got a really exciting ice fishing video coming Friday, but it's not what you think. Yeah, absolutely. Stickers. The first one you got, sweet. He's almost famous now. That sticker's probably worth money. An After 5 Outdoors sticker, by golly, you could sell that on eBay. Get you like $70 or something. I don't know. Yeah, Cody, you guys actually get an honest ice season or hard water season. Here in Ohio, if we do get ice, safe ice, it lasts for about 2, maybe 3 weeks. So I'm going to go buy a shanty. I'm going to go buy an auger. I'm going to go buy a flasher. I'm going to go buy a live scope. I'm going to buy specialized rods and reels and line and all these things for a season that lasts 2 weeks. That's a little bit of a glimpse into where what my video on Friday will be like. Well, I say Friday. It probably won't come out Friday. It'll probably be Saturday or Sunday. I should say this weekend's video. I suppose John ducked out when I was showing all my musky lures. I miss saying goodnight to him. Or he might have just dropped out. He'll do that sometimes. That's all right. So yeah, I'm going to have a fun video for, let me just do something real quick. I'll have a pretty fun video for this Friday about how I really feel about ice fishing in Ohio. If I lived in Wisconsin, if I lived in Minnesota, if I lived in Canada, I'd probably get excited about hard water season. But here in Ohio, it's hitting a bucket. Yeah, it's just not. If I had my own pond, maybe I'd be excited. Or like a neighbor had a pond, I'd be a little bit more interested. But yeah, it's to buy a bunch of specialized gear and to drive off to some public body of water and hope it's safe ice and all those things. Ugh. No, I was on your channel today, Cody, and I was looking at some numbers. They were looking pretty good. They were looking pretty good. I do think Daniel and Rachel are doing a great job with their channel too. They're fantastic. They are fantastic, and they're working on a new logo. It looks really, really good. I like it with the larger size walleye with the more prominent white border to really make it pop. But yeah, that's looking good. It's looking real good. Yeah, people love the ice palace or ice castle. I think it's the ice castle. I mean, how cool is that you go camping where you're ice fishing? I mean, you're in like a motor home and it's on the ice. You wake up and you fish. You can be fixing breakfast while you're ice fishing. I mean, how cool is that? Most people don't have it that good. That's living the good life for sure, man. See, if I was in Minnesota or Canada, that's how I'd want to do it. That would be the real deal ice fishing right there. So, but here in Ohio, it's pretty lame. We had not this past Monday, but last Monday, so we're talking like 10 days ago, some knuckleheads went out on Indian Lake when there was only 2.5 inches of ice and they fell through. There was 2 or 3 of them fell through the ice. Now they hadn't made it out very deep. They were like waist deep, but that could have been a bad situation. I mean, so I don't want no part of that. We have safe ice now. We have like 5 inches. And we are going to have good safe ice for probably about 2 solid weeks. And then we're going to have a day where it's 46 degrees and raining. And we're going to get all that sloppy rain on top of the ice. And it's going to start diminishing the ice level and making it unsafe. Hey, we got C. Allen Koheiser's in the house. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, there you go. Right there. It's a new lure. That's going to get you your first muskie. Alan. Right there. That's the one. Ha. This is fantastic. Daniel says catching a walleye in your undies. It just feels good. Yeah, that's the Boss Shad Crime Boss. That's the smallest one they make. It might only be 3.5 inches. And then I got the old Fire Tiger 4.5 incher. Those are the ones I'm most excited about for trolling season. But then I got a Bondi bait. You know, that was the guy that designed these fishes out of the Detroit River and St. Clair. Just a great big hunk of soft plastic, 5.4 ounces. Hey, that's awesome, dude. Absolutely. I would be happy to use those and talk about them, and you know, sure enough, put them in a video and talk about them and fish with them. And if they catch fish, I'll promote the heck out of them. If you want, fire me an email. My email is in my about section for my channel. So yeah, that's I got a lot of shallow baits too. John from Smallwater Charter sent me some baits, and then I got these paddle tail swim baits, these big 6-inch paddle tail swim baits. I'll be casting those shallow. I'm gonna do a lot more casting in April and May for muskies this year. I'm definitely gonna get into some figure 8 boat side catches and all that fun stuff. Woman Outdoors is in the house. Welcome in. Welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Come on in where it's warm. I should be drinking not coffee, probably hot chocolate. But yeah, MB Heritage, if you've got baits that you want to get exposure, I'm happy to help. Absolutely. That's really, really cool. Thanks for offering. Yeah, I tell you what, Tina, you mentioned spring crappie fishing. That's probably that might be my favorite for table fare. Hey, thanks for popping in, Cody. Have a good night. Headed to Milwaukee. Good old Lake of the Woods is giving him fits. I'm doing pretty well this evening. Been sharing some baits that I picked up at the Ohio Musky show, and Smallwater Charter sent me some baits, and MB Heritage Farm is going to send me some baits to promote. So talking fishing lures tonight. I want to be sure I mention it. The baits that Smallwater Charters sent me is Bruiser baits. I'll hold up their decal. Those are the Bruiser baits. And if you watch their videos on their channel, they talk about Bruiser baits a lot. And I don't want to say they fish exclusively with Bruiser baits, but they fish a lot with Bruiser baits. Hey, Greenwell Fishing, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. I believe it's Mike, right? Cat fisherman extraordinaire. Yeah, they do a great job with the fishing reports, and I think that they get a lot of volume for that because of their area. Minnesota, it's the land of 10,000 lakes. So to put out that information on a regular basis for a broad area and talking to guys that work in a lodge that are fishing those waters every day, it really helps people identify where they might want to go for the upcoming weekend. So that was a great idea for those guys to incorporate that into their channel and to share that with the folks in their region. Here in Ohio, I don't think a lot of people would go to YouTube for fishing reports. I think people in Ohio go to YouTube for fishing tips to tips about trolling for muskie or beginning fishing for muskies, or saw guy tips or locations, or they want they like the technical information. They like the a little bit of the how-to and the presentation stuff, but I don't think they're super receptive to every week saying that they're getting them here, they're getting them there, they're getting them here, they're getting them there. We just don't have a lot. People know where to fish. I tell you what, here in Central Ohio, people are ice fishing Buckeye Lake and they're ice fishing Indian Lake. And there's a few of them ice fishing Allen Creek Lake. That's 3 lakes. I mean, and everybody knows it. It's not a mystery. There's no, there's enough chatter on Facebook and a couple other websites. People can get the info. Yeah, I mean, but Minnesota is a broad, big area. It's got 10,000 lakes. It's got, I mean, it's really helpful, the information that they're providing. It's almost overwhelming to try to break that down and figure out, where am I going to walleye fishing? Here in Ohio, 97% of the people that want to go walleye fishing, they're going north. They're going up to Lake Erie. I mean, that's I do fish Lake Erie. I usually get up there and fish Lake Erie at least once or twice a year. The last 2 years, I've made it up once. So I'm hoping in 2022 to get up there at least twice. No, wait, I take that back. I fished a river, a tributary of Lake Erie, and then I did a Lake Erie trip last year. So I went up twice. Last year. I mean, the first trip was a river trip, and the ramp that we took our kayaks out of was about a quarter mile from the lake. I mean, we could see the lake when we took out. So that was the Grand River. Yeah, a buddy of mine and I, we fished the Grand River from is it Painville to the mouth where it opens up into the lake. We didn't do all that great. We were hoping for smallmouth and or steelhead, and the water was really, really low. He caught one smallmouth and I lost. He caught one and lost one, and I lost one, and that was it. I think we had 3 bites, and probably 4.5, 5 hours of fishing. So it was tough. There was a guy that saw us getting ready to load in, and we'd never been on the river. We didn't know nothing about it, and I was kind of saying, I think there's enough water to float it, and he said, maybe just barely enough. So, and he was right. We had some spots. It was a little bit hairy, but we didn't really have to drag much. But there was vast amounts of the river that was just super shallow. It wasn't even worth fishing. I mean, imagine paddling for a half mile and the deepest water is 1.5 feet. Yeah, I would imagine there's a bunch of people in the Toronto area that like to fish. I want to get up and fish Ontario sometime. After 5 Outdoors, he lives right on Lake of the Woods, but he lives up in the northwest angle. I want I want to go to Ontario and fish Sebastian Bay. That's on the very eastern end of Lake of the Woods. That's kind of a dream destination for me. I would love to fish Sebastian Bay for muskies at the end of June. Oh, yeah. There you go, Cecilia. Ready to rock. Ready to rock. So yeah, that's my haul for lures. I wanted to get one or two other lures, a Medusa and a L-tail, or maybe even a bulldog, but it wasn't in the works. The one booth that had the Medusas didn't have the color I wanted, so I wasn't going to buy something just to buy something. So I'll probably order those. Woman Outdoors is out there gliding across frozen Lake Erie. I think the best way to do ice fishing is the way they do living in men outdoors. Do it. Have your ice castle right out there on the lake. That'd be fantastic. This. I've got a couple videos, Greenwell, that has catfish in it. One was from the Licking River. That was maybe a 6 or 7 pound channel cat, and then the rest is kind of sprinkled in. If you look at my Hoover videos, you'll see me catch a few catfish. Good Lord. I get a lot of them fishing for sawguy on the little flicker shad crankbaits. Those 3 to 8 pound catfish love those things, man. No, the Licking River here in Central Ohio. It goes from it flows from Buckeye Lake to down into Dillon Reservoir. It's east of Columbus. Biggest fish was a 5 pound catfish. Nice. 2 thumbs up for that. I didn't even know they had a Licking River down in the Cincinnati area. You guys got bear up there? I wouldn't want any part of that. Nope. Nope. Well, folks, A 49-pound blue cat. Yeah, Greenwell, I got to get over to your channel and check out some of those big cats being reeled in. That is a big catfish, boy. Whew. My son caught about a 13-pound blue cat at Hoover Reservoir 2 years ago, and like an idiot, I didn't have the stinking camera on. So that was kind of a missed opportunity to have the 7-year-old reeling in the 13-pound blue cat on his little kid pole. But what are you gonna do? Good Lord, 92 pounds. Those are some biggins. Hey, I sincerely appreciate all the support that you folks show. Every Wednesday night, 8:30, I'm here live, chit-chatting, rambling on. I usually try to have a theme for my live streams. Tonight I went to a fishing show and I bought some lures. And plus I had Smallwater Chartreuse send me a lure package. So might bring some people up on panel next week. I've got usually on the first Wednesday of the month, I don't do a theme. I just do Wednesday night chit chat. So that'll be next week because that'll be the first. That'll be the first Wednesday in February. So might have someone come up on panel with me and talk about their channel, talk about strategy, YouTube, blah blah blah, whatever. So look forward to that every Wednesday, 8:30 Eastern. Again, I appreciate the support y'all show me. I appreciate you coming and chit-chatting with me and spending an hour or so of your evening with me. I hope you all have a good night, and by golly, stay warm. It's a cold one out there. Have a good night, y'all.